Hey everyone, welcome to the Movie Throne. I'm your host, the one and only King freaking Kansas, with our co-host. As you can see, the Admiral's in the flesh. He's right beside me. Again.
Three in a row, everyone.
He's on a roll, man. You better enjoy it while it lasts.
Weather's getting nice.
When this guy goes into top secret missions, you're not going to see the guy. So enjoy every single minute. In this particular case, guys, we literally got out of the movie theater. We actually had the chance to watch Thunderbolts.
Yes.
MCU's recent release in theaters, starring Florence, Pugh, David Harbour, Sebastian, Stan, and a whole bunch of other actors there. We can't go, I can't even remember half of their names.
Me
or whatever.
neither.
We know them by their comic book, names and whatever. Anyways, we're going to give you guys our quick, immediate thoughts, what we liked, what we hate about it. Warning, there will be spoilers. I don't want you crybabies crying. It's already been 4 or 5 days now that it's been out. So you had more than enough time, and I know the Yahoos on YouTube have spoiled it. Even the post-credit scenes, trust me, I had to keep my mouth shut so the Admiral can enjoy. Because this guy, he's tougher than the King. Didn't go on YouTube or anything like that. To avoid all spoilers, King, you know the King. I got to yell at you guys, so I have to end up on YouTube somehow. Anyways, Admiral, yes. What are your thoughts watching this film and coming directly out of the theater?
I had fun. It was funny, guys. Like,
I agree.
It was funny. I enjoyed David Harbour's character, the Red Guardian, so much.
One of the stars.
He kept it going. The movie needed comic relief, and it got it in the right moments.
Yes, it did.
There were some couple of times where some scenes were a little bit too long, King.
Yeah.
Like that vault.
They dragged on a little. Yeah, that vault scene was too long.
Where they get trapped in a vault and they try to exterminate them.
What were they in there? For like 15, 20 minutes in that vault alone?
But literally, I felt like I was watching an episode of 24. I don't know if you guys remember that
Kiefer Sutherland. Good old Canadian boy.
It was dark for like an hour.
Yeah.
But you know what? The light came. The comic relief came at the right moment. And then once that started to pick up, it started to get better.
The flow
got better. It was a little slow moving at first, but it really became enjoyable. The chemistry between Florence Pugh and David Harbour was awesome.
Amazing.
Father and daughter. If you guys don't know, David, Red Guardian, is Yelena's dad, right?
Exactly. You saw Black Widow. You know exactly what the hell we're talking about.
So, but the two of them, the jokes, and it just, we were cracking up.
Yeah.
It was funny.
I was telling the Admiral guys off camera, you felt like they were related. They were father and daughter. You felt that. It wasn't just
chemistry.
Two actors just playing the parts. When they were speaking to each other, it was great. The jokes, like the Admiral was saying, between the two of them, the bickering and the landing, and then, of course, the rest of the team. The only thing bugged me about the jokey parts was Bob. They kept on making fun of Bob this, Bob that. That's what got on my skin a little bit. It kind of got a little, like under my skin. I feel like
it got old.
It got old very quickly, and it's like Captain America, whatever, Walmart Captain America, whatever you want to call them. They made a little bit of that. All the characters were good. Upgrades to some of their suits, but for me, like Yelena and Red Guardian stole it. Bucky, great, he was in it.
Showed up at the right time.
He did. He kind of turned, Even the new name, we'll get into that later. Special effects were pretty good. What did you think about the plot, Admiral? Did you like it? It wasn't hard to follow.
It wasn't hard to follow. It was comic booky.
Yeah.
It
really was.
He did a good job with the way it was shot. It was very comic booky.
Yes.
Like the way the scene transitions would be. Like it came off the panels.
Yep.
There was no guesswork.
No.
It just kind of went.
It was smooth transitioning. Yeah, so, like Admiral saying, that beginning, when they were locked up, that was long. Other than that, everything else was like, okay, we're going somewhere. Where we're going with this. And even Bob, the AKA / villain good guy, what'd you think of that? Because Sentry, we fell off of the comic scene in a long time.
Yeah.
To see the Superman version in the MCU. Did you think it was too powerful? Did you like the dual identity kind of crisis that he was going through? What'd you think of this? Was he one of the better MCU villains we got? Or was he okay?
He was okay.
He was believable.
He was believable.
He was no Adam Warlock.
No, he was no Adam Warlock.
So I'm glad they stuck to how strong he is and kind of like the true origin of the character. They didn't tweak it or make him goofy like they did in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 with Adam Warlock.
Yeah.
You know, we know how serious this character is.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the name change? Because, yes, there's an asterisk for a reason, and the reason is, Admiral, why is there an asterisk at the end of the Thunderbolts? You can tell them.
Well, because...
the way they walked into the situation. That Valentina lady, what an opportunist, huh?
Yeah.
Admiral, tell them what happened. This is like literally near the end of the thing when she held a press conference.
Yeah, she just totally... it's like she set them up.
Yeah.
She was waiting at the end, and they were going to go arrest her and everything like that.
Yep.
She ran into this little tent thing, and then all of a sudden she was on the other side. And on the other side was a podium with all the media and all the cameras.
That's right.
And they were all lined up like ducks in a pretty row here.
Mm-hmm.
And the big asterisk thing is they're the new Avengers, folks. They're the new Avengers. They're the B team. Okay, these guys are the rejects.
And that's what the post credit.
team.
If you guys stayed long enough, like we did, to watch the two post credits, are making fun of them. The
Yeah.
B-Vengers and like whatever you can think they can be like made a laughing
Red
stock of the whole
Guardian.
thing.
Red Guardian. I'm gonna
He's
blow.
good.
I'm gonna blow the
go ahead,
post credit
go ahead,
scene a
go
little
ahead.
bit here.
Go ahead.
So there's a part where they're talking. They're saying Sam Wilson copyrighted the name. They're telling Bucky this. Sam Wilson, the new Captain America or
Yeah.
Falcon. He copyrighted the Avengers name because there's the Avengers and then there's the new Avengers. So there's a lawsuit going on. So then all of a sudden you see Red Guardian walk in, and he's got like this like bodysuit on with like 80s. I don't
Sponsors.
know. I don't know if there's any 80s
Tide and whatever it was on
if
there.
you guys remember hypercolor t-shirts or tie-dye shirts,
Yeah.
he's got this tie-dye bodysuit spandex thing on. It says Avengers with a Z on the end. Is you see? We put the Z. Now no copyright.
That's right.
It's okay now, right? So
Him
it's
being
just
himself, it
so
basically
funny.
resembled a race car jumpsuit.
Yeah,
That's what
pretty
it
much.
was.
Pretty
But he had sponsors all over it, from Tide and whatever. And of course, you got Bob on the side. He doesn't want to turn into this, this
His
Sentry
alter
guy,
ego, yeah.
because he might turn into the Void or whatever he's called. I don't even know what's
Yeah.
called in the comic book. But what did he tell you he did? He did the dishes.
Yeah.
So
He did the dishes.
He did the dishes. So everybody had the little punchline and whatever. And then the
It's kinda
second post-credit scene that's what he's referring to, guys. The first one is Red Guardian's in the supermarket with the Wheaties box.
Yeah, and they're all the new Avengers are all on the Wheaties box, and he puts his face beside.
That's what he
it to
wanted.
Freaks out this poor little Asian girl. She's a little bit freaked out, you know.
Yeah.
So it was very funny. It was really good.
Yep.
But yeah, we enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yep.
And had
it
a
was
good
fun.
laugh.
It was good. The last part, like we were referring to them, they're in this room. They're in the new Avengers Tower.
Yeah.
Because they own Valentina in a sense, because she took a bad situation that she was really going to get into mess, and she flipped it on them. But meanwhile, Yelena flipped it on her, saying, "We own you." So they're in the tower pretending to be these new Avengers. And that's when we see satellite images of
the Fantastic Four, the ship.
That's right. So they're entering our weather.
Sorry,
how they
guys,
get
the
there.
Admiral's a little bit on
He's
meltdown right
He's
now.
trying to absorb all the knowledge that we got from watching this.
I'm just
you know?
like, it's been a day.
Is there something that you really going to take away from this thing? Like it's going to progress the story for the whole MCU? No. Just near the end, the post-credit scene does that. It's its own separate stories. It's a redemption arc for all these so-called losers, as Valentina called them. They made you, which that's, I think, the goal was, Admiral, was to care about all these losers.
They're all going to come together, though, in Fantastic Four, though, I think,
Or Secret Wars, or something Secret like Wars. That.
They're all going to have to unite against Galactus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Fantastic Four may be the platform for that to start.
That's where it's going to start off. The last, I guess,
right.
any, whatever, the multiverse kind of thing, right, guys? But
that was another thing.
It was good. Jokes, everything, yeah.
Yeah, another thing is the last, 20 minutes, I felt like I was watching Inception or, the...
Yeah.
Multiverse
from room
of
to room.
They're going room to room. They're shifting shapes. And
they go into the void where Sentry is Bob, where Yelena goes in, and they all go after it, and they're going from room to room, and it keeps on falling apart. They're flipping and falling every single way possible.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to get the Inception vibe there.
Yeah.
But overall, I liked it better than Captain America: Brave New World. I think they're heading in the right direction.
Much better.
It's an improvement. I'm not going to say they're there. They're back to normal, like with their films. I'm going to wait till I see Fantastic Four, which I'm hoping, Admiral, it's going to be, you know, continuing the right path. Because honest to God truth,
I don't like any
I
of
don't
them
know.
so far. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I didn't like any of the Fantastic Four movies, the previous
not
ones.
even the one with Jessica Alba
No.
and Mr. Human Torch. What's his name? Captain America, Chris Evans?
Chris Evans.
You didn't like it?
No.
I liked the first one. And then the other ones, like I said, the new one with Michael B. Jordan as the Human Torch, you lost me halfway when it felt like it was a different movie.
I just,
you know,
wasn't feeling it. If I'm not feeling it, you know.
No, that's the thing. And even with this, guys, if you didn't like the characters at the beginning, if you didn't like the fake Captain America, Yelena, and all these people, you're not gonna like. I don't think you're gonna feel as much as you did. But
yeah, these guys are the rejects, right?
That's what I'm saying. If you didn't like them in the shows they were previously in, you're not gonna. I don't think you're gonna like the film as much as we enjoyed it.
Yeah,
like, you know, we enjoyed it because we knew of these characters. We watched.
They all
from
come
day
from
one.
shady pasts, right?
Yeah.
So they're not. They're all anti-heroes, all of them. Right?
Redemption arc, guys. But
redemption arc.
For me, it just bugged me a little bit that, you know what, the way she reran it. Oh, you guys are the new Avengers.
Yeah.
The way they kind of like fell into that. And I'm like, you serious? These guys are the new Avengers?
They got put on the spot in front of the media, though.
And you know what? Like I said, I thought they would be, Admiral, honest to God truth, they will be saving the new Avengers for the next new Avengers that come out of the two major Avenger films to say, these are your new Avengers, you know?
That may happen very well again.
You know? I don't know. Like I said, it ended well. You know, hopefully it's going to progress the MCU on the whole. I just can't wait to see what Fantastic Four is. This movie didn't get me excited more to watch that, but I was pleasantly surprised. So we give it a thumbs up. The King gives it a pass. Better than the last one, guys.
I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10, personally. I thought I enjoyed it.
You know, the King doesn't give scores. I give it on rewatchability. Would I go back and watch this in the theater? I might. And that's better than no. Like Captain America, Brave New World?
I got to be honest
no.
with you, folks.
No. I'll buy it because I have to add it to the collection. That's it. I'll add this for sure.
Don't drink the large pop at the movie theater, guys. Okay, you know.
But the movie wasn't long, Admiral. It was only like 2 hours, maybe 2 hours.
I started gunning that thing before the movie started, and that was the problem, right?
The Admiral was having fun before it even started.
Yes.
Okay.
So halfway through, I'm fidgeting there because I don't want to miss anything. Right?
Now, this is what I'm going to ask you. This is always I like to ask because, you know, besides watching it over, and that's how I determine if it's good. Were you bored at any part of the film? Like, were you like, oh, I can't wait for this to be over? Besides the beginning, whatever it is?
Maybe a little bit in the vault.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, I was good.
Okay. Like I said, guys, it has a good
I had
flow.
some discomfort happening. Sorry, I don't mean to beat a dead horse here.
There you go. There you go. And for me, did I care more about the characters coming out of this? No. The only one I really cared about was Yelena and Red Guardian. Mm-hmm. I'm happy that nobody else got killed besides Taskmaster, which I was spoiled on me on the internet. I just didn't want to root for this guy. But like I said, it didn't make me go, oh yeah. No cameo, so don't expect this guy's showing up or whatever. But there was one moment when Sentry was wrecking shop that he called himself a god. I wanted Thor to come in and say, you know what? Thor versus the Sentry. I wonder if that's going to go down.
That would be like a great after credit scene.
Love it.
Are you Bob?
Yeah.
You know, like
come Bob, have a beer.
Yeah, something like that. They take the new Asgard or whatever.
And then you have Korg.
Yeah. Hello, Bob.
Bob, have a seat.
Have a beer, Bob.
That would have been funny. But you know what? Overall, we liked it. So there you go, guys. That's our kind of quick, simple, immediate movie review on Thunderbolts, starring Florence Pugh, Sebastian Stan, and a whole bunch of other amazing actors, which I'm pretty
Harbour,
sure.
the Red Guardian.
Yes, I forgot that. I can't forget him, man. He's one of the best.
Louis Pullman.
There you go.
Bob.
Yes. Bob, a.k.a. Sentry. I'll put it in the post credits or the bottom of the video in the description anyway. So we won't forget anybody, I promise you. But like, share, and subscribe. Check out our other reviews. You name it, the works, guys. There's going to be some TV show stuff coming your way. Movie. Check out Hellboy, which I watched. And trust me, you do not want to watch The Crooked Man. Anyways, I'll leave it at that. So you're welcome.
No interest.
Admiral.
Yes.
And the King are out of here. Go watch Thunderbolts.
Watch it.
It'll be worth your hard-earned cash. So until next time, be the hell good. King and the Admiral are the hell out of here.